Now, it's been over a month since terror group Hamas unleashed its horrific attack on Israel, launching thousands of projectiles and conducting a massacre of civilians in the south of the country, killing hundreds and taking hundreds more hostage.
Well, Sagi and his 5-year-old daughter were amongst the lucky ones who managed to flee Hamas after the terrorists stormed their kibbutz during the attacks on the 7th of October. And I am pleased to say that Sagi joins us now. Thank you so much for being with us this morning. If you can, in your own words, tell us about how you fled Hamas and the incredible bravery that your daughter showed on that day.
So thank you first for the opportunity. And before I will answer your question, I would like to, for a second, use this stage that was given to me and to send a clear message to the British people and leadership, and that is stand with Israel and bring back all the hostages now. That must be our top priority at this moment, and this is more important than my personal story. But going back to your question, I was with my daughter at the shelter room at around 10 o'clock when terrorists came into the house and started massive shooting through the metal door. The door was locked. I was able to lock it and to keep the handle on my side. So there is no handle on the other side and nobody could get in. At this point, me and my daughter are under the bed and she asks me, Dad, are they trying to kill us? And I said, yes, but they won't manage. At some point, the shooting stops and I hear quiet. But after a few minutes, I start to hear things shatter, things start to fall and break inside the house. And as I see that smoke is coming underneath the door, I realize that they are trying to burn us alive. And I understood that we can't stay in the shelter room. It is not safe anymore. And I tell my daughter, we have to go out. And she asked me, but there is fire outside. And I tell her, you'll be safe. And I cover her in a blanket. And I open the window and I see that the whole balcony is on fire, but the grass is 4 meters away. So if I only go through this fire, I will be safe. And I count to 3 and we go out from the window. And I have a memory blank until the second that we're on the grass. And I ask her if she's hurt, if she's okay. And she tells me, no, I'm fine, but look at you, Dad. And I see that both my feet are burned and part of my left arm and back. And we start to run for shelter. We start to seek for water and run for somewhere to hide. And we go to a next door neighbor sitting. I sit in his balcony, and I use his garden hose to water myself, to irrigate my whole body, and to try to take care of my wounds. And I hid my daughter behind the washing machine, and I sent these photos to my wife so she would know where to look for her when I'm gone. And at some point, when this doesn't feel safe anymore, and the shooting starts to get towards us, I decided to rescue ourselves even further away. And as I cannot run, I find bicycle of another neighbor with a child seat, and I put my daughter in a child seat and started to paddle away in the kibbutz. At this point is a war zone, missiles, terrorists. I paddle through these things, and my daughter is pointing out terrorists along the way and ambushing us. And as she points it out, I turned the other way and managed to escape until we arrived to my father's house in another part of the kibbutz when at this point there was no fire there yet.
This, Sagi, is, I mean, this would sound like a plot from a movie in any other time, but this is very real. This is your story. And sadly, we have to be brief on this. Just tell us about the bravery of your daughter. I mean, she's 5. To have experienced all of that and come through it is just incredible.
She was being amazing. She was a soldier. She was quiet. I told her, you have to be quiet. You have to listen. And she just, she nodded. She didn't even say, okay. She was just, and I told her that she saved me as much as I saved her. And we were a team in that situation. Also, my wife and older son were sending us lots of energies and good thoughts. And when we finally got together, we just, it was such a relief, and we were able to be together again at another shelter room at my father's house.
Thank goodness you were able to be reunited. Thank you so much, Sagi, for coming on the show this morning and sharing that incredible story. We